down. I know God does not want us to gossip about people and ruin their lives and reputations. And I know everything you hear is not true. And you don't pass it on and destroy people's lives with that. And it's the same thing with helping people. If somebody's out there and they're struggling, can you give them an encouraging word? Can you say something nice to them? Can you say, oh, wow, you got a gift. You know how to do this or that. Something to encourage somebody who's having a hard time. Somebody who's going through something. Or are you like the crowd? Are you a part of the crowd? Because the crowd is laughing at somebody who doesn't have something. Are you laughing? That's inhumane. It truly is. And I don't care what kind of group you're with. They can have all the money in the world. They can be the biggest star in the world. But certain things are inhumane. And when we are with a certain group, we don't recognize it. Because if you're going along with the crowd and you're following the crowd, 9 times out of 10, you're not following God. Not all the time. But a lot of times, when you're doing something wrong and following the crowd to other people and to yourself, then you have to step back and say, okay, why am I doing this? Am I doing this in order to get a following? Am I doing this to fit in? I've seen churches that have homeless people laying on the step. Okay, if we're a church, we shouldn't be stepping over homeless people. Hello? That's not God. Is that God? Okay, so it's the same thing in a number of things. God created us all. It doesn't matter what color you are. It does not matter your background in religion. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes we have, being a Christian, being in religion, sometimes we have it backwards. We think we're supposed to be better than everybody else. We're supposed to decide who can come here and who can go there and what they can do. Is that God? Over and over again, we see in the Bible him healing lepers. We see in the Bible him saying to the lady that everybody was dishonoring and wanting to throw stones at, you who have sinned, who have not sinned, throw the first stone. And this world could be a much better place if people understood and recognized the power of God and the positivity of God. We are here and have the things that we have, whatever that be, because of God. Who are we to push somebody down because of what they don't have, because of an illness, because of their religion, whatever that be? That's not for us to do. But when we see someone suffering, somebody who's gone through something, somebody who's different from you, we're all different. We weren't made to all be alike. Who are you to put down somebody because they different from you, act different from you? And so the thing is that I'm trying to say today, going back to that message in Luke, are you following God or are you following people? Are you trying to make people happy? Are you going against the grain, going against your group of people to do the right thing? I think that's the bottom line. If you see a group of people doing the wrong thing, are you jumping in with the group of people doing the wrong thing? Are you thinking, okay, we're supposed to be working on this job, doing the right thing to people, and in fact, we're doing the wrong thing. We're supposed to allow people to have their rights, their human rights, their civil rights. We're supposed to We're not supposed to be here to condemn people or decide whether what we're hearing is the truth or whether it's not. We're not treating people a certain way because of what we hear. Are you uplifting somebody who has been through it? Are you telling somebody your own story, which is a testimony to God? Do you know I went through the same thing you went through? And guess what? God pulled me out of this. Let me tell you how he did it. Let me tell you how I stayed strong in it. Oh, I understand you going through something. I understand they saying this about you and that about you. And I know it can make you just throw your hands up in the air. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you about God. Let me tell you what he did for me. Let me tell you what I went through. Do you do that? Because I do it all the time. When I see children struggling, I remember immediately when I had that problem, especially with kindergartens and writing. I had a problem with writing. And I can remember a teacher loving me enough to bring me to the side. And what she said was, she said, Sylvia, she said, you're writing outside of the lines. What I want you to do is, I want you to draw a line across that first line. This was tablet paper, the straight line. I drew the straight line across. She said, now I want you to make those dotted lines. I made the dotted lines. She said, now I want you to draw a line across that straight line at the bottom. She said, the small letters go between the dotted line and that straight line. She made me see where I needed to. She made me draw those lines. I had to do that. That goes with my learning style. Once I did that, she said, now look, write your A. I wrote my A. I never forget this. She said, now take your little finger and put it between that A and write your B. That gave me my space I needed. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because she took the time to bring me to the side to tell me that. Instead of saying, okay, let's put her in this class, which a lot of people may have done. She showed me and I never had a problem anymore. Who are you showing? Who are you bringing to the side and saying, let me tell you something. I had the same situation and this is what I did. Let me tell you where you can go and get this kind of help with this situation. Who are you doing this way? Or are you just doing what the crowd is doing? Oh, well, we just gonna let this child go to first grade. If she don't get it, then she don't get it. We just gonna walk over the homeless on the steps of the church. We're just going to talk about this person like the whole neighborhood is doing. Who is going to do the right thing? Who is going to take that place at the Lord table? Who is going to do the right thing? This world would be a much better place if we weren't going along to get along. If we weren't trying to be in these different groups that we know are doing the wrong thing and not saying anything. Very difficult to say something. So if you can't say something, then I surely wouldn't want to be doing the same thing they're doing that's wrong. Get away from it. Who are you helping today? Is it somebody that needs you? That needs your encouragement? Even a smile and oh, you look nice today. Even something that small could help somebody that you don't even know is going through something. Are you doing this today? That's my question. Can we do this together? Uplift people. Instead of being in the groups and going along with the stinking thinking, though they think they're doing the right thinking. You can go right on back to the Bible and see how Jesus would heal people, do just the opposite of some of the things that the people who are quote unquote supposed to be doing the right things do. So let's take a look at our food now. Kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya, kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. Someone's praying, my Lord, kumbaya. Oh Lord, kumbaya. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, yeah. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, so now I'm about to put the cream of mushroom soup in my roast beef, on top of my roast beef and my potatoes now. Okay, so this is what we have now. My cabbage. We have the cream of mushroom soup. I put it in the middle because the carrots and the potatoes are not quite ready yet. So we have our salad. We have the potatoes and the carrots and the roast. And we have our cabbage. So really, that's a pretty good meal. I'm diabetic, so no bread, and have little small portions of this, and I should be good. But going back to today about doing things unlike the group. Jesus wasn't like the group. Now we think that we need to go along with the crowd. We need to be doing God's will and loving everybody and helping people. So thank you for tuning in today, and over and out. This is Sylvia's Praise Kitchen. Have a great week.